Okay, I believe Shadowplay is working. Alright, so I'm back once again, picking up from where I left off yesterday. I've noticed that other people that aren't me um, actually explain what the hell's going on in their Let's Plays for this game. I'm kind of working on the assumption that it's been 8 years and anyone who really gave a crap has played this game at least once, because you can probably go find it for like $2.50 in the GameStop. And Dead Space 1 and 2 are usually $5 combined on Steam. But whatever, I'll go ahead and do that crap. So a brief synopsis. The Concordance Extraction Corporation ship USG Ishimura, Japanese for Rock Village apparently, fitting, right, is sent out to Aegis 7 to mine for different metals, because that's what we're going to do to planets apparently, if we're ever able to, is just go destroy all of them, take all their minerals, and who gives a damn. So Aegis 7 also has a colony on it of human beings. The ship begins mining the planet, they pull a huge chunk out of it, and then they discover the red marker, otherwise referred to in this game as the marker, because they didn't retcon all that bullshit into the storyline yet about the original marker. As soon as they uncover the marker, people on the colony start going insane, killing each other very brutally, very violently. They don't really know this because they also lose contact with the settlement, the colony. So then Kine insists they bring the marker on board, I believe, so they can study it. I believe a little bit after that, in the movie anyway, Dead Space, shit, what's it called? I don't remember. Not Dead Space Aftermath, the one before it, because there's a prequel and then there's like an immediate sequel. Whatever it's called. Apparently, some guys try to escape from the colony onto the Ishimura, and I think they either get shot down or crash land. So anyway, they bring the marker on board the Ishimura, and if you haven't guessed already, the marker is what causes people to kill each other and go insane. So shit starts going down on the ship, and as you can see, everything's kind of fucked up. At some point, at the end of the animated movie that kind of leads into the game, a distress signal is sent, supposedly from Nicole Brennan, which is the thing that you're watching in the shuttle at the beginning of this game. Supposedly, since she never really says I need help. They send the USG Kellyan, which is just a crappy little shuttle with Isaac, Hammond, and Kendra on board to see what's going on and fix the situation. And then that leads up to this game. So thus far, no new plot developments, just a lot of audio and text logs telling us what's already happened. So that's chapter 2. Time to move on to chapter 3, course correction, I believe. I noticed yesterday when I was thinking
You've got two problems, and we're working on borrowed time here. First, there's no fuel.
Why the fuck does this keep turning up? Do as I command you, game.
The engines.
Okay.
Second, the gravity centrifuge is offline, which means there's a couple of trillion tons of rock pulling us down. I need you to get that centrifuge operational. Refuel the main engine and fire it up so I can stabilize the ship's orbit.
So like you just said, there's a couple tons of rock, like, a million tons of rock weighing them down. That's the giant chunk that they pulled off of the planet, being held by gravity tethers and basically like traction beams from Star Trek or Star Wars. So now the mission is to do something. Basically, we need to keep from being dragged into the planet's surface and dying because of the chunk of the planet's crust that we're hanging on to.
Personal log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. It's been 2 days since they pulled that planet open, since the captain died. The panic, the riots, they were nothing compared with what came after. Our friends, our co-workers, started coming back. Changed, coming back to kill us, drag us away. Rucker disappeared this morning, and I have to assume he's dead. My crew, they're starting to crack. I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging fuel, and the primary engine is laboring. Danvers and I are going to try to reach the fuel depot to see if we can fix it. Temple out.
Those audio logs and text logs are another thing that make this game not unique, because, obviously, like I said in the last video, that whole convention of logs is directly from System Shock. So, it was around for literally a decade before this game was even made. But it does kind of emphasize the survival horror aspects of the game, because like in Resident Evil or Silent Hill to a lesser extent, and I mean the real Resident Evil games, not the fucking garbage that has come out since 2005, where you'll wander around in an environment and pretty much the entire story is contextual from the environment, and then what you don't get from context you read pretty explicitly through notes or diaries, or in this game's case, logs, which are the same thing. So it really helps this game stay survival horror, even though it is based, maybe not based off of, but pretty much the same structure as Resident Evil 4, which was definitely not a survival horror game. Alright, this is that room I was hoping for earlier. There's a guy here somewhere. I think this one's gonna get up. I said that and then I literally jumped when he stood up anyway. I knew it was gonna happen. I think there's another dude too. This one. Are you gonna turn into a necro? No? Okay. Curious what the evacuate this area immediately thing means. What does that have to do with him? Did he paint that in his own blood on the wall? Like, who did? Someone had to. I will eventually put nodes into other things. It's just that I don't really need anything. My upgrade stasis before the first boss. That would be a good thing to do. This used to be like one of the areas that I guess I'll use the word scared me the most originally, because You gotta get on this stupid elevator over here, this platform. And you can't see what the hell's going on the other side. And then on the ride back, you start getting attacked. What? What was that? Where's that little crawling guy at? Where's that node at? Did I already get... There's a node here somewhere. Why are you lying to me again? I know there's a node here. What about down here? I was just here 2 seconds ago. Okay. Maybe it's further down. Oh, gee, what the fuck? Oh my god. People say controller sucks for aiming. Like, it's not even that it sucks, it's just that it doesn't move when you press it. Well, I guess that indicates that it sucks. Guys are pointless. They're just there to piss you off. Okay. There is a node here. This is just frustrating. Oh.
Refueling sequence activated.
Maybe it's on the other side. No, isn't there another thing over here? Function conveys required. Oh, derp. So wait, what's up here then? Other than necros. Oh. Glass. Because plasma can't go through glass. That makes sense, right? You are way more resilient than you need to be. Get the fuck off of me. Find out ammo, stasis pack. Bunch of bullshit. Whatever. I should have upgraded my suit. Why do I have so much fucking assault rifle ammo? Alright. I'll be back for you. Stuff on the ground. And in lockers. What is this? Crap. Alright, let's get on the tram ride of death. That's not the tram. Curious why the ship is covered in fog, or the mining deck, whatever this is. Yeah, I guess there's a good reason for it. I'm sure it's possible. Yeah, this thing kind of sucks. Aiming at anything except the legs. Or at least with the control. What? Why are you alive? Where'd the other one go? What the fuck is that? My memories of this part of the game aren't really that clear. I'm like, really, that has to be a necro, right? You can see that shit. Look at this shit. I swear these glitches like don't exist in a console version. Maybe I just couldn't see them because it was so dark.
Shut it, Danvers. Shut it. Engineering log. Temple reporting. Someone has shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves in the process. They need to be repaired before I can reopen them, but we're running out of time. With the engine offline, orbit decay will begin in less than 10 hours. I just can't understand who would do this. If it's one of those crazy unitologist bastards, I'll break their neck.
So yeah, like,
Shut up, Danvers.
it
Help me with the tools.
literally happened right before they got there.
Temple out.
That guy should be dead. He's gonna pop out of another vent. Come on, buddy. So that, like, that's what I was saying earlier in the medical deck. Like, how did they have time to make these nice laminated diagrams of, you know, of the anatomy of the exploders? Well, not the exploders, the fat guys, in the course of like 16 hours. Like, really, that's their top priority, is making laminated diagrams to hang on the walls? Seems kind of silly. Is that I think that's a necromorph hitting glass or something. So much crap that I can't pick up. Fuck it, use the one I have. What? No. Let me play. I don't really want the repair, but I want the schematic. Thanks, that literally doesn't help. You're killing me. Oh, jerk. Looked like it was already...
Refueling sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
Whatever you did, it's working, Isaac. I have a fuel reading. It's only a quarter full, but that's enough to restore orbit once you bring the engines online. What the hell?
What the hell, indeed?
False alarm.
That's what that sound was. Forgot about that. The smallest, well, the second smallest enemies in the game make the loudest and scariest noises. So that's probably what it was back when I said that was a brute. It was probably one of these, whatever the hell they're called. These Cthulhu babies. So now we've restored power to at least one of the engines, primary engine. Don't really have any fuel, but now we're not gonna die from decaying orbit, at least. We're safe, right? I wonder. Oh, give me your arm. No, not. No! Damn you! Okay. Maybe not. I was seeing if you could actually do the Dead Space 2 strategy and, like, shoot arms at people. Claws. Alright, now time to fight everything. Where the fuck? Am I blind? I must be, like, I don't understand what's making that noise. Something metal somewhere is slamming into something else. See what I was talking about? We got this dude like running as fast as he possibly can. It's either a fan or the thing that should. It's probably a fan. Or that thing somehow casting shadows. Right, so I'm just gonna get attacked by everything. Oh, that's another one of the cool. I don't know about new. Actually, yeah, I think it is new. as far as survival horror games. Being able to walk and aim your gun at the same time. Resident Evil didn't accomplish that until 2011. Unless you count, when did Raccoon Shitty come out? The same year, I think? You're killing me with these med packs, like. Give me that shit. Where did that guy just run off? Like he's gonna go have fun on his own? He was invited to a necromorph party on, like, deck 6? This is somewhere. Oh, I remember this room. It's in Dead Space 1 and 2. Over here first.
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
Next objective right there. But first... well, that's crappy. Whatever. Actually, I would rather have the plasma cutter ammo at this point. Shit. 10 of these really isn't going to help me very much. No, damn it! I just dropped these. That's a cool thing in this game. If you drop shit, it doesn't disappear. In a lot of survival horror games, things just vanish if you drop them, like every Resident Evil. I really need 5 more of those. Actually, wait, I don't need those either. Yet. I did walk past the shop, didn't I? F. I have to go back down the elevator to get there. Forget it! I'll wait until the next one. Okay, so time to get attacked. A lot.
Decontamination sequence activated. Please stand by.
No? Okay. That's odd. There have to be more dudes in here. Am I just remembering them correctly? It your ass out here. 3. I remember like 7. Guess not. Positive the first time I played this was on medium. I'm on medium now. Hit his fucking legs. God damn, Isaac. Coordinated enough to shoot people, but when it comes to stomping, you can't see through this like blue visor thing. And on that note, so that's one of the major things about Resident Evil. People call the original games shit because the controls are fucking terrible. I mean, obviously they're terrible. Like you can't really argue that they're not bad, but you can definitely argue that, you know, what the hell else were they going to do? Those were really the only way they could control the game, because the four directions were entirely dependent on the screen you were on at the time. So like all the pre-rendered screens weren't necessarily oriented the same direction. The controls in this game are, you know, obviously way better, but they're still kind of shitty compared to 2 and 3, which is also what makes 2 and 3 action games, where this one at least can pretend to be a horror game. And it does, you know, quite well at doing that. Really, it is a horror game until the end, when you're overpowered and you have, like, you know, 24 nodes put into the plasma cutter or your gun of choice, and the rig, so you take less melee damage. So I hate this part of the game. I don't hate it, but like this little sequence, I died probably twice just from shitty aim. And then I liked that they included this part in Dead Space 2 just to troll you. Alright, let's do it. Ah, fuck. More bullcrap that I have to drop. Dude, you're killing me. I'm just gonna drop this. I don't need it. I have to come back here anyway, so whatever. Alright, so... Oh, maybe that's on the way back. Well, we'll revisit that in a minute. A few minutes. First we gotta go realign the gravity centrifuge or whatever. Only 2 hours in and already on chapter 3. I remember the game taking longer than this. It's not like I sit here and play Dead Space. This is probably only like my 5th time playing the game. I think I've only gone through the whole game like 3 times, maybe even 2. Normal and then hard. Get over here. I'm sorry, but their animation slows. That's not gonna work. Hey, buddy, I'm over here. Come up here. What the f- Or is he just running into the wall? Whatever. I'm gonna go down there and kill you. I can't, because there's an elevator. Whatever. Enjoy your free remaining time while it lasts, Necromorph. When I come back here in 0G, I'm gonna kill you. Oh shit! I'll just kill you right now, that works. Look at him, extra careful walking like, oh, there might be enemies here. What the fuck are you doing, Isaac?
Exiting
Wait, I just
zero
came from here.
gravity. Entering zero gravity.
Yeah, so about that elevator. Why isn't it here? What the f...